Hi, in this video, I'll be solving this problem from the internet, but without algebra. In fact, I'll be solving two different ways without algebra just by manipulating the pictures around. The question asks, how tall is the table? And on the left, you have the top of the cat to the top of a total of 170 centimeters, with the cat's on the table and the total is on the floor. And then you switch their places. Now the total is on the table and the cat's on the floor, and the distance between the top of the cat and the top of the total is now 130 centimeters. Question is, how tall is the table? Go ahead and hit pause and try this, either with or without algebra. And then come back. All right, first solution without algebra. I'm looking at these two distances, and if I'm going to find the height of the table, then that means I need the distance from the floor to the table. So I want to move those brackets. I want to move them so that either they're on the floor or they're on the table. I don't want them to be sort of halfway in between both. I can take the first picture here on the left. I take the bracket, and then I drop it down. So watch the bottom of the bracket. It drops from the tip of the total to the floor. The distance it dropped was from the total to the floor. So it dropped by the height of one total. So here it is. It drops by the height of one total. If I'm going to take the total here and bring it up here, then it should fit. It should fit perfectly in that distance. So what I have here is the difference between the cat and the total. So the bracket on the left is equal to table plus that difference. In the second picture, I'm going to drop again, but this time I'm going to drop the bracket down to the table. So I drop it down to the table. So watch the top of the bracket. It was here where the total is. And now it's dropped down to here where the table is. So again, the distance that it drops is the distance of the total. That's the same as this distance here, right? It was at the cat and now it's down there. If I'm going to take the total and move it, it should fit in here perfectly. Same picture is on the left, just on the floor. This distance here is the same difference as before. So I'm short of the whole table by that little difference. So the bracket on this side is table minus the difference. So far, so good. So let's take a look at the table. Let's take a look at the table on the left. Here's the table. If I add on the difference, I get 170. If I subtract the difference, then I get 130. So the table must be the average of 170 and 30. And that average is 150. There we go. Solution without algebra. All right, now second solution, still without algebra. My second solution is actually inspired by my first. I figured out the first solution first, and then I looked at it again and said, hey, that's a better way. The key to this is to notice that on the left, the bracket is short of a total. And on the right, the bracket is up by a total. They should match like Lego pieces. So for this solution, I'll take the entire table on the left and I move it on top of the table to the right. like this. So the two totals match. Altogether, I have a distance from the tip of the cat here and the tip of the cat there of the whole thing is 130 plus 170. And since they are both measured from tip of the cat to the next tip of the cat, I can take both of these brackets together and I drop by the height of one cat. I take all of this and I drop by the height of one cat. So it was like this, and then I drop by the height of one cat. So watch the bottom. It drops by the height of one cat from the top of the cat to the floor. Watch the top. It drops by the height of one cat from the top of the cat to the top of the second table. This whole thing is two tables. And 170 plus 130 is 300 cm. If two tables measure 300 centimeters, then one table is half of that, which is 300 divided by 2 is 150 centimeters. There we go. Second solution without algebra. If you really want to use algebra, you can. Here's an algebra solution. But why? Let's get rid of it. Hope it's been fun. If you have other approaches, please comment below. And subscribe for more contents. Thanks for watching. Bye.